Hi everybody, welcome back to Earth and Soul. Today is not like normal content, but I have a story that I want to share with you, and I also haven't really taken the time to talk to you or me about the mission with why I wanted to start YouTube and the direction that I want to take the channel. So today is a story that leads into that process for me and the direction of the channel going forward. A good starting point for this story is last night coming home, and I was really frustrated, and the nature of my frustration sat in the fact that I had a really good direction with where I saw myself going as far as YouTube and life and this property, and there was a level of impatience with where I'm standing now to where I see that landing. The nature of the frustration was in seeing the shifts that need to be made in order to really acclimate to the level of life that I want to see realized around me, and feeling like I didn't really know how to take some of those steps. And so right before I went to bed, I just kind of asked the universe, like, hey, I need a little help here, and if you could just guide me through some of the processes here. I'm at a loss. I need some help. And so I woke up this morning, took the dogs out, just had some coffee, sat down, started writing, and realized, like, okay, I haven't written down a mission statement. What do I really want to come from this channel? So I did. I wrote down what I wanted to come from this channel, and the truth of the matter is what I had to write down wasn't necessarily what I wanted to come from the channel itself. It was, what impact do I want to make on the world, and what impact do I want to see realized in the world around me through the positive difference that I can make in life. And technology, I've always said, is the world's greatest mirror, and it's the world's greatest vessel. It's the world's greatest mirror because it helps humans see the nature of who they are when they don't have a filter of societal pressure. And it's the world's greatest vessel because it has the ability to reach so many people. And when you can create an energy that you want to see in the world and have it reach a lot of people, it means that the truth of love and light being in the world all around us is so much more possible now than it ever has been. And that's really exciting for me. So back to my story. I woke up this morning, I started writing down, like, what is it? What do I want in this lifetime to really see realized around me? The thing that I am passionate about, and the thing that I love, and the thing that brings me true joy, which to me is an authentic expression of who I am, is that my sole focus in life is to love this world so much and so freely that it inevitably brings the space for people to be who they are, truly to their full expression, without limits, and to live life in a way that really respects and honors the planet that we get to call home, because Mama is a living being, and everything else on this earth that is living is such a blessing to be surrounded by, even though there's dichotomy and idiosyncrasies and balance. The collective of it all is such a wonderful thing to witness. And the two things for me that really define wellness, and like that's really what I want to bring into the world, is, so the thing that I really want to bring into the world is wellness. And for me, the definition of wellness is not a Webster dictionary, but for my definition of wellness, being able to authentically and wholly express who I am and realize who I am at an infinite level while respecting and loving the earth itself and the beings around me that are on it, is the most perfect reflection of wellness that I can see in this space. And I'm so passionate about wellness. I'm so passionate about people wanting to take care of themselves and take care of each other. And it's been my guiding light through so many different activities that I've come to love in my life that I do. And so the way that I feel that I can fully express this and bring the space of wellness for others to realize who they are truly and fully and respect the earth is in a few ways. And the first way that I see that happening is by authentically expressing it in my own life. So trying to be a true window vessel into the world of finding my truth. And when I learn lessons, sharing them. And when I get things wrong, sharing it. And when I get things right, sharing it. When I have a win, sharing it. All of those things feel really good, and they feel like an expression of who I am. So being authentic in the space of living my life, learning the things that I need to learn, and loving every aspect of being human is something that I really want to share in this space, because I think it'll give space to others to say, why can't I do that too? The second thing that I think will align with this expression of wellness is learning how to live in a way that is so deeply connected to earth that it is just second nature to respect the balance of life that is hosted here. And that's really been something that I've been learning a lot about in the last 5 years. It's something I didn't really know how much I loved until I started doing it. And I've learned so much, and I feel really honored to share the things that I have learned in the process of learning how to live somewhat sustainably in a way that you balance the new modern structures of society while challenging them and living in ways that realize that we don't have to mold to a societal structure fully, even if there's parts of it that we really want to enjoy. So gardening, fermentation, eating whole foods, being in nature consistently, doing things and taking actions with nature in mind, taking time to sit and learn and be fully present with nature. These are all things that I want to share here with you and glean some of the lessons that I've been able to receive as a blessing and pass them on in this vessel of YouTube. And that really comes from the space of just realizing that every time I'm in nature and every time I'm doing something with earth, I've never been in that space and not learned something about myself or the world, or like a life lesson that has really held value to me in my life. And when I really need to think about something and find direction, I go outside and I start working with my hands in the dirt. And that's where I get clarity. So that's what I did today. That's how I got to this space. And then the story continues as I wrote this all down, and I was like, okay, I feel good about this. Like, I feel really good about, all right, mission. I understand where I want to go. And then I was like, just doing my thing. I went up to the hill, and I was starting to clear things out. And out of nowhere, this podcast that I was listening to last night turns on. And it turns on 6 minutes previous to what I'd already listened to. So it jumped back in the podcast as something I'd already listened to the night before. And it was a really amazing podcast. It's called Why Isn't Everyone Doing This? Emily Fletcher. And her guest was talking about this book that she's reading, and that they use a prompt and say, if there's something that you really want in life and you're having a hard time receiving it, the prompt that you can use is, for example, I refuse to enter what you want in your life into my life because, and then you just I don't know, free write, and I was like, that's so weird. I just listened to this last night. So then I listened to it again. I was like, I asked for Universe for Hope last night. Why is this showing up right now? This is so weird. And so I listened to it again, and I said, I was frustrated last night because I wasn't allowing my fullest expression of YouTube to be what it is. And I know that when you're authentically and fully expressing yourself, the abundance of what you want comes to you naturally. And since I want to be full-time YouTubing and sharing this message with the world of wellness, and since I want to be full-time being in a space of wellness and bringing that to others, even if it's not on YouTube, I need to look at, like, why isn't that already a presence in my life? And so I took that prompt and I said, I refuse to allow this space of wellness into my life because, and then I just like was working with my hands and got angry and I got my emotions out, and then I like sat there and I was like, because I'm afraid that there is not a space for me to be who I am, fully and authentically without reservation. And 30 minutes ago, when I was down the hill having my coffee, I literally said I want to bring this to other people. This exact thing that I'm afraid to have in my life. And I was like, you can't give something to somebody if you don't know what it feels like already. Like, that's just how that works. So now I've gotten this beautiful opportunity today to sit with you and talk to you about my mission here, and to know that what I'm getting to do is choose to believe that there is a space for me to be fully and authentically who I am in the world without reservation. And that this full, authentic expression of myself is not only worthy of being here, is going to bring joy and wellness to other people. That's awesome. And then furthermore, I get to realize that within myself, something that I have been holding back from myself. I have been limiting myself from experiencing the fact that there is an absolute place for me to be wholly and authentically myself here and now, when it's been here all along. So maybe this video is just for me. Maybe I just needed to be able to tell you that this is who I am, and that I need to show up in this space authentically, and that's what this video channel is going to be. It's good to give expectations for people when they're choosing to receive something in their lives. And so if you like what I have to offer, that's what I'm here for you. If you don't, I'm okay with that, because right here and right now, as this creator, I'm allowed to be authentically and fully who I am without reservation. And I hope that through the process of you finding out who you are, because you're choosing the thing that is most joyful for you, you get to find the love in yourself for yourself to be fully present with who you are in those joyful moments and in those unjoyful moments, so that this world can have such a wonderful, diverse experience of unique humans and a unique life all over it, that we get to realize beauty like we've never seen it before. And if I can be one person that makes a tiny little blip in that truth, in that energy, I'm okay with it. I don't care if nobody watches this. That realization for me in and of itself is enough. But I want you today to find a joyful moment. I want you to find a thing that you do for 5 minutes and it allows you to just be yourself fully and authentically, because when you're doing it, it's who you are. And then I want you to embody that moment and remember exactly what it feels like to be who you are. And take a deep breath with me and say thank you. Thank you for you allowing me to be who I am. And thank you for letting me hold space for you to be who you are. I'm looking forward to this journey as we go forward. And I'm looking forward to realizing who I am in new ways as time goes on. As we go on this journey, my partner and I, of building this homestead, realizing who we are in the space that we're building, and doing it by showing you our daily life of building an off-grid homestead, of gardening, of doing whatever we're doing in our life. I hope it encourages you to go find what's bringing you joy and I hope that you can share that with one other person in your life, because being here on this planet and experiencing the truth that it's okay to be who we are is just worth it. It's just worth waking up in the morning. That's all you need. So have a wonderful day. Go find out who you are. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is that makes that true for you. And let's share in the communal respect of loving being who we are in the diverse ways that we are ourselves.